brave adventures tonight with our mighty team. Heroes we've become, living out the dream.
What's new on the shelves of your friendly local game store this Friday? Let's take a look. Good morning and welcome. Thanks for joining me this morning, my friends. It's about 8:30 here at Site B, the 22nd day of November 2024. Man, this year's gone by fast. You better run, not walk to your local store and buy them their turkeys and stuffing and all the other thingies. It is cold and windy here at Site B, and we're supposed to be getting some rain from that bomb cyclone up north. Stay safe, my up north friends. Let's take a look at what's on the shelves at our friendly local game store, if you're lucky enough to have one. But don't take my word for it. If I mention something that you think sounds awesome, call ahead and ask them if it's in stock. And if it's not in stock, can they special order it for you before Christmas? Because, you know, it's Thanksgiving, but it's like there's not a lot of Thanksgiving ads, right? And other than Black Friday, it's not like there's Thanksgiving carols. I mean, right? When was the last time somebody came to your door doing Thanksgiving carols instead of Christmas carols? I mean, come to think of it, when was the last time anybody did Christmas caroling? But even more rare would be the Thanksgiving carols, right? Turkey baster, sitting on a shelf. It's your time of year. I mean, I don't know. It's right. There's not a lot of, you never saw Elvis do the Turkey album. Anyways, enough goofiness. What's at the thingy? This picture is really, really, really grainy on my computer. I don't know if it's as grainy in all your computers, but I can barely tell what I'm looking at. But anyways, this is the complete run of the X-Crawl Classics role-playing game, currently in the possession of Goodman Games, the same people that brought you Dungeon Crawl Classic. So if you're not familiar with X-Crawl Classic, it is a game where basically the entire world is a dungeon. And for the entertainment of viewers, the characters running man their way through this dungeon, earning prizes and money, and they get bet on. So Running Man, Hunger Games, plus just sheer goofiness. Now, this game has one of those weird mysteries of tabletop role-playing where a lot of people bring it up in conversations without knowing what it was. I mean, at least once a year, if not more, I stumble across at least one conversation where people are talking about that. You know, that one where the world's a dungeon and everybody goes through it? And what was that? So it's out there in the collective unconsciousness of the gaming society without people actually knowing what game it was, which is just sort of weird. Somehow it just sandwiched itself in our collective unconscious where we remember the basic concept, probably because of Running Man and Hunger Games, but we don't remember the game. Well, this is it. And this is the entire collection from Goodman Games, reprinting it. If you want to get the entire collection, it's $150. If you just want to get each of the adventures, it's $10 plus the GM screen. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 adventures. I guess there's a core rule book, which sort of just gives you the rundown. But basically, it's any D&D class, really. Any D20 type thing you can run through this. The games have names like The Crawl, formerly known as Terror on the Tundra, Tropical Crawl Cataclysm, Please X-Crawl, Don't Hurt Him, Death in the Dungeon of Tomorrow, Bay City Firestorm, Dooms to Go. So those are great. So you can tell that there is a tongue-in-cheek, let's make fun of, just the idea of dungeons as a game show. So yeah, this is just pure goofy fun. If you're one of those serious, dark, grim, we didn't have lasers when I played D&D, it wasn't a silly game, this is probably not for you. But for the rest of us who actually do remember that it was a silly game, this is probably something you would love. And I assure you, you've heard of it, even if you don't think you have. Moving on. Oh, a map. From Fragging Unicorns, we have Subversion and a map of Subversion. This is $70 for the core rulebook or $10 for the map. It is a fantasy cyberpunk journey into the heart of the rebellion of subversion. PCs explore a sprawling metropolis called Neo Babylon and play as characters whose ideas, flaws, communities, or moral compasses guide the story. PC uses arcane art, cyber technology, communal evolution, combat, and connections to explore this strangely familiar sounding world. It's even called Neo Babylon. Wow. This sounds so unique, so original, so first of its kind. Wow, a cyberpunk fantasy set in a town called Neo Babylon where magic and cyber technology combine. Wow, what a unique idea. I've never thought of that. I mean, it's not like that game already exists and it's called Shadowrun. So yeah, this is a Shadowrun type game using a different system. Who knows? I mean, maybe it's better than Shadowrun. I mean, their name of the company is Fragging Unicorn, which is a great name. So I guess I kind of got to vote for them. But I mean, come on, this game already exists. From Ghostfire's game, we have the Valken Clans collection. This is for the Grim Hollow, which are the grim, dark, grimy, dark, grim, emo, goth rules for 5e from Ghostfire Games. And this is the Viking specific for that game system. So it's dark, grim, harsh, low magic 5e, and now we're adding Vikings, which if you're going to have dark, grim, low magic exploration, normal guys fighting the mythological, who better than Vikings? Now, obviously, dark, grim, emo, punk, low magic, low survivability is the antithesis of what 5e is about. So here, once again, we have an example of a game company taking a round peg and trying to hammer it into the square hole that is 5e. And here, once again, I will say, this is a wonderful idea. I love Vikings. I love the idea of the Viking role-playing game. Doesn't work in 5th edition. Okay? It doesn't. And when you try and make 5th edition something it's not, it doesn't work. Okay, just accept 5e or 6e or whatever you want to call it for what it is. All right. Saturday morning superheroic role-playing game where nobody ever really dies. Okay. So I wish you all the luck in the world, Ghostfire Games, but yeah, just don't try and make 5e something it's not. From Osprey Games, we have the Terror Beneath for Gumshoes. It's $35 hardcover rules. Osprey Games, who are the people that make those incredible catalogs of weapons and histories and armor. You've seen them out, all over the place over the years. So when they make a role-playing game, it's usually excellent. And this is them using the Gumshoe system to make a Terror Beneath type modern day urban exploration, urban magic, Dresden Files type of game. X-Files type of thing, but it's in Britain. Kolchak, the nice day for game. Weird folk horror, investigative role-playing. A lot of weird folk horror out in, that section of the world. So this sounds awesome. And it's $35. From Alewood Game, we have Archiver. This is for Mothership. $25. You're short on footage, not guns. You use your filmmaking craft to shift the balance of powers in the universe if they live long enough to tell the story. As documentary crews, PCs must put their lives and sanities on the line to make a movie in an alien-infested kill zone. So you're play reporters and documentary filmmakers, and you're following behind the soldiers who are in this alien-infested, Starship Troopers kill zone, and you're trying to make the stories about them and then survive long enough. And so I don't know, that could be cool if you had the right group, and all the shenanigans reporters and documentarians get into, and then you become that hard, grim combat reporter who has seen too much, this could be fun. It probably works better as a board game or a one shot, but I don't know. I kind of like the idea. Probably because there's so many movies that have explored that idea, you know? Can you remain impartial as a documentary filmmaker filming this thing, or does it change you? With the right group, it might work. And for $25, I don't know, maybe. I kind of think it would be fun, but what do I know? Anyways, that's it. So my only recommendations this week are obviously this, but just because I love goofy D20 over the top, and I love Goodman games, and I think this is a great idea. And I'm fascinated with our collective unconscious realizing that this game exists without knowing that what this game was. So that's just cool. It is a little pricey if you want the entire things, but $10 per adventure, that's reasonable. I mean, yeah, sure. A new take on Shadowrun, maybe. I don't know. I want you guys to succeed because I want people to see there's more options than just 5e. But it doesn't. Grim, Ghostfire, Shadow Punk, Dire role playing doesn't work with 5e. It's the antithesis of 5e, guys. But all the luck in the world. I hope you succeed. Obviously, yes, because Asprey Games never makes anything bad. And strangely enough, this one, because it just sounds weird and fun and different. And I don't know, I think it could be cool with the right crowd. I don't know if it would work for as an extended game, but for like a one-shot, I think it would. Especially for like a holiday or Halloween or I don't know, just something different. It could be cool. But what do I know? Make up your own mind. Links down below. If you're lucky enough to have a tabletop role-playing game shop where you live, call ahead and make sure they have it in stock. And if they don't have it in stock, if they can special order it for you. Stay safe out there. It is the weekend before Thanksgiving, and I'll talk to you soon.